So the match finishes Bournemouth 2, Forest 0, and the voodoo continues for at least another half year because we don't have to play them until the end of the season, literally the last game, if I remember rightly. Welcome to the player ratings and welcome to your thoughts and my thoughts and everything else. Please do make sure, if you don't mind, if you would be so kind, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you are new. Make sure to check out the sponsors of the video, OK Jerseys. Get your football tops, your retro tops, all for 15 quid. Use code FFTV for a further 8% off. Okay, so look, yes, before the game, I had this false hope because probably I still need to go to A&E and the pain is unbearable. And I thought there could be no greater pain than the pain I'm feeling in my hand right now. But then I remembered the pain of being a Forest fan right now. It is atrocious. The performance was atrocious. It was so bad that I'm not even angry about it. I mean, what did you lot expect when you got Ndoye in charge? That was Ndoye ball, by the way, we saw today. Couldn't play, especially the first half. Prime Ndoye ball, man. Prime Ndoye ball. But I don't blame Ndoye for that performance. Look, I'll be absolutely objective towards Ndoye. He's only been in a week. Watch the admin spin some crazy PR over the next few days. But Ndoye will get a whole week now to train the boys in training sessions and everything else. So technically speaking, last Thursday, we were going on vibes. Today, we were back to normal. And next Saturday, when we play United, that will be Ndoye's first real test for me there. Okay, so I'm not too dissatisfied with what Ndoye has done. It's what I expected from him. But yes, you're right, Carol, we can't score. We couldn't score in a brothel. We couldn't score against Bonnie Blue, man. We just cannot score. I don't see anything in that first half that's worth discussing, apart from what I will say is Ndoye is meant to come in and sort the corners out. We conceded a corner. 15, 20 minutes later, Anderson and Douglas Luiz decide they want to scrap it out and basically tackle each other. And then Bournemouth score from about 25, 30 yards out. It's the same old, same old. Forest created for me 2 half chances. One from Nico Williams, who, by the way, Nico Williams does not deserve to be surrounded by 10 clowns. He really doesn't. Nico Williams has been outstanding this season, and it should be an embarrassment to everyone else who is around him that they're not even matching him for work ethic and work rate. Nico Williams can hold his head up high. The rest of them need to get, I mean, it's Halloween season, isn't it? They should all be trick-or-treating with clown costumes on. They really should. In terms of everything else, it's as you were. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Now, what I will say is losing to Bournemouth, as weird as it sounds, doesn't change too much. It doesn't change too much because if you match it to what we did last season, we lost there 5-0, and technically we're +3 on goal difference from last week or from last season. There's my positive. There's my toxic positivity. So, like, I don't know. Look, a lot of you are going to say it was never a corner. I agree. It wasn't a corner. But you know what? The corner was awarded. A lot of you will say maybe it was a foul on Sels. I agree. But why are Forest the only team that do not put a player between the goalkeeper and the attacker? Why? It's everyone does it. Everyone does it, barring Forest. So you can't hide behind that excuse. Oh, I can't remember who it was that foul was pushing him in the box. But why wasn't there a Forest player in between Sels and the Bournemouth player just to create that buffer between them? And then secondly, what was Sels doing? What was Sels doing? He completely mistimed his flick over the bar and literally puts it into his own net. And then I'll say as well, for the second goal, Milenkovic and Murillo were just stepping backwards. It reminded me of the goal Kluivert scored last year, where we just kept going back. And then he's like, screw it, I'm just going to shoot. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I know, Ben, like, those messages will be held for review. If you're a mod, just, if they're fine, just let them in. So anyway, so I'm not that bothered about this game. To be honest, I'm not even angry at Forest anymore. It's just, it is what it is. Big up to Alfie with the £1.50. He says it over and over again. This is on Edu. I disagree. Edu was not on the pitch. Edu wasn't one of the 11 named in the starting lineup. This is on the players. I've said it for weeks now. These players are getting away with absolute murder because they're hiding behind it's Edu's fault. It's Marinakis' fault. It's Ange's fault. It's Sean Dyche's fault. It's the tea lady's fault. The players need to hold smoke for their lack of effort. Every single time a 50-50 was in play in this game, no one committed themselves to get there first. I think that Bournemouth probably won 90 to 95% of the 50-50 challenges. In fact, I would go further. I'd say Bournemouth were winning stuff that was 75% in favor of Forest. This was a horror show of a performance. Now, people will turn around and say, yeah, but the second half we looked a lot better. There was patterns of play. There were passages of play. There were signs of life. I disagree. I think Bournemouth were very comfortable, 2-0 up, and we're like, you know what? Why should we stress ourselves? This is a team that can't score from open play. Let's just make sure we don't give them a penalty or something. And when they did give us dead ball situations, there was a competition between Hutchinson and Anderson to see who could produce the most clownish corner. And I don't know who wins that one. Hutchinson's corner was so deep that it was going out for a throw-in, and Anderson decided, no, let's give him a goal kick instead. And then Anderson decides, whatever Hutchinson can do, I can match it from the other side. And he just whipped a beauty straight out of play. The good news is, if I'm going to be toxic positive, we may need to beat the drop back to FFTV. The question is, who are we going to be able to catch? Because I'm pretty sure, I think Burnley scored a late winner against Wolves. Even if we beat Man U, we're adrift. We are adrift. How has this club crapped the bed so hard after spending 220 odd million this summer, decided to mess things up that badly? Please, someone explain to me. Please. Anyway, let's get into the player ratings. Let me know in the chat. Who do you blame? Can we get Surrey Mike on? Man, I don't think Southampton are even doing that well in the Championship. Anyway, let's get into the player ratings. I think there's now a serious conversation about Sels being dropped. Big up to Curtis. He goes, I hate myself for being right all the time. Boring. I don't know what you're claiming to be right about, but big up to you for the $2. I think we will have to make the City Ground a fortress again. Yeah, I think you're right, Simon. But I'm pretty sure that we won't be able to. Would you lot, just a very quick show of hands, Y or N in the chat, would you drop Sels for the Man U game? Let me know. And by the way, I still... Okay, all right. My boys drew 3-3. Okay. I wonder what happened when I left. Okay, 3-3. Not bad. There's a lot of yeses in the chat. There's a hell yes from Matt. Drop Edu. Okay, I get the Edu hate. I get it, okay? But I get you can blame the season on Edu, even though I don't agree. But how do you blame Edu for the performance today? I don't understand that bit. John Victor is worse. Okay, firstly, that's not how he spells John. That was a typo from Romano. I don't know why everyone's gone with that. But that's not how you spell John Victor, bro. Anyway, I think he does need dropping. I just think there's been two silly mistakes. Yeah, Paul, you're right. Drop them all. Drop them all. But Edu wasn't on the pitch. Edu wasn't on the pitch. Curtis with the 150 says everything, Wolfie, everything, unfortunately. Well, Curtis, in that same vein, I've been told to apologize about my thoughts on Daesh. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how many you can ask for apologies this week. I'd happily be wrong. I would happily be putting out public apologies to be wrong as well. But anyway, I'm giving Sels a 1. I'm sorry, guys. I love Sels, but he had an absolute stinker today. He made a couple of good saves as well, but they're just completely overshadowed by putting the ball into his own net in essence. And I think he should have saved the second one. I'm going to give him a 1 out of 10. I wish Edu had been on the pitch. Yeah, Edu probably would have played better. You guys have given him a 2.3. Okay. Am I harsh with the 1? Let's not forget Bournemouth are flying in second. We are a complete shambles. Okay, but we were flying in third when they beat us 5-0 last season. 0 is an underused score, says Matt. Do you want Black Ademus back? No, we got John Victor. I don't mind. We got the machine guns as well in goal. Anyway, Sels is a 1. At right back was Savona. I don't know. I just still thought defensively. I thought he did well against Semenyo in general. I just don't think he was heavily backed up by Ndoye in that first half. He was okay. Like when I say okay, by the way, no one apart from Nico Williams is scoring anything higher than like a 5, right? So he was okay. I thought he held what's his face, Semenyo, quite well, and Semenyo was quiet in that game. So I'll give him like a 4. I thought he did okay. You guys have gone 4.66. Goalie doesn't matter if we can't score from open play. We had 60 shots under Ange and scored 61 shots and scored 1. But it's Ange's fault. Big up to Ben. He says we don't have a Nico Williams emoji. He's the only player I'd keep. I'm sure we do. Everyone else is League One quality. Bring back Worrell and Steve Cook. My God, man. Steve Cook and Worrell. Thank you for the 4.99. Okay. Let's move on to Milenkovic. I just think him and one sec. I think him and Murillo were at fault for the second goal. I mean, so was Anderson and so was Douglas Luiz. But I don't know why they were backing off. Who's the guy who scored it? Crappy or whatever his name is. I don't know why they were backing off him. There was no need to do that. I just don't think he looked that comfortable there. I'm going to give him a 4 as well. Big up to Mark. He says, we can't keep dropping everyone because of 1 to 4 bad games. First was Morata, then Wood, then Gibbs White, then Ndoye, then Yates, then Hudson, Ndoye, now Sels. Bro, I'd go a step further. I'd drop the whole team. Apart from Nico Williams. But thank you for the... I hear what you're saying, man. We're getting up with no players on the pitch. I'm giving him a 4. You guys give... I just used my phone. You guys gave him a 4.3. Murillo did something that really annoyed me, and I can't remember what it is, guys. Like, that's a game you don't want to remember. You know what I'm saying? I can't. He's lucky I can't remember what it was, but he did something that did annoy me. I can't remember. I'll give him a 4. Was it like a free kick that he just hit straight at Petrovic or something like that? It was a free kick, wasn't it? Yeah, you're right. That free kick was so clownish. It really was. Mura passed it straight to the opposition. Yeah, you know what? He's probably a 3. I'm gonna give him a 3. You guys have gone 4.4 for Marilla. Oh, that was it. No, Hazard, you're right. It was the free kick that went straight to Semenyo. That was the one. That was just clown like. It really was. Yeah, he's a 3 for me just from that alone. You guys went 4.4. Nico Williams. I think every game now, every time the players come off the pitch, the first thing they should do is be apologizing to Nico Williams every single time and saying, sorry, we're not on your level of effort. Now, let's be real. Nico Williams is not the most talented fullback in world football. But what he doesn't have in talent, he makes up in effort, in trying to make himself better, trying to work hard. Everything's improved with him as well, and you can tell he works at his game so much, and that's what I respect about him. Every player should line up in the dressing room, one by one, walk past Nico Williams. My bad. Apologies. I'm gonna give him a 7. I wish we had 2 fullbacks that were Nico Williams. I really do. I'll give him a 7. The rest, they can go do one as far as I'm concerned. Give him their wages. You know what? They should give the away fans those wages. They should refund the away fans the wages for that. Absolute abysmal performance. You guys went 7.8. 5.8 for Nico Williams, man. 7 in a loss is mad. Why is that mad? Just because you lose doesn't mean that everyone played crap. And it's just like when you win, you can still have players that you've carried on the team. This is what you guys, or some of you may not be understanding. This is the problem right now with Forest. When a team has maybe, you can carry, I would say, 2 bad performances a game. 2, okay? When you're playing with only 2 players playing somewhat decent, because the other one I'd say who looked all right was actually Taiwo, believe it or not. You cannot then carry 9 players. If you're carrying 9 players, there's your issue. Carry 2 players, you can just about get away with it. Carry 9, absolutely crazy. And 5.8 from you lot is absolutely crazy on Nico Williams. Anyway, that's Nico Williams. Midfield. I thought Douglas Luiz was terrible today. First 2 minutes looked decent, won the ball and what have you, then lost his head with that thing with the Bournemouth player. I can't remember who it was. Was it Cliver or whoever it was? And then he just really didn't get into the game. And then him and Anderson messed up part 1 of the second goal, if you like. I just don't think that was a very good performance from him. I'll give him a 3 out of 10 for me. I'd still play him. He's still what I'm pinning all my hopes onto here. I'm out of here. Chat rates, things are calculated wrong. How are they calculated wrong? Anyway, you guys have given him a 3.9. I think that's quite high. Spell and Wolfie, too many fans score individual performances based upon the team and or the result. Yeah, I agree. Look, if people want to do it that way, cool. But I'm just saying to you, you can still have good performances in bad results and vice versa. Don't take it personal. I never take anything personal, bro. The only personal thing I'm going to take is the amount of queuing time at A&E. Anderson, that's his worst performance quite comfortably of this season. He probably got a little better in the second half. A little bit. I mean, it would have been hard for him to have gotten worse after the first half performance. I actually think his legs are shot. I spoke about it in the pre-match preview that I did, that like at some point he's going to need to be rested, man. You can't play that many games in a row and not be knackered. So I don't know, but look, I got to judge. Look, they judged him fit enough to play. He gets a 3 as well. I thought he was really poor. What else is really poor is that there's 1,000 of you in here and we're sitting on 152 likes. So if everyone could take a quick second, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new here as well. I think, yeah, thank you guys. We've hit 33,000 700 today. So maybe that's the positive from all this crap that we're being forced to watch at Forest. Let's get to 200 now. There's only like 15 more. That should get us to 200. So take a second. Do you get the football animation when you hit the like button? Let me know. I should have given Louise and Anderson 45 minutes each today in the same position. Sci-fi, that's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout. Call 101, Wolfie. You get seen in 20 minutes. But I can't say 101, oh, my freaking thumb has fallen off or something. And then they come and they're like, you know what I'm saying? That would be harsh. And then what if someone's like really desperate for an ambulance or whatever? Anyway, let's see what you guys gave Anderson. You gave him a 3.6. So you guys seem to be scoring them higher than I did. But okay, fair enough. Maybe I'm just more evil than you lot. Gibbs White. Here's what I'll say on Gibbs White. He didn't do anything bad for me today and probably had the best shot of his life. You did get the football animation. If you want to see that football animation like Richard did, hit the like button. Here's what I'll say, and I don't know if this makes sense, whatever. I don't think he had any bad moments in that game, okay? I just don't think he was influential in that game. Does that make sense? Like, he wasn't standout. This guy's 150K. We always win. This, that, and the other. I just don't think, outside of that shot, I can't think of anything he did. 101 is an ambulance. You tell them what your issues. What, you can get booked in to A&E? Shut up. Really? Is that a thing? 0. Too many passes nowhere. His intent receipt. I just switch off on Gibbs White, to be honest. No, he gave away awful pass to Marilla that way. Oh, yeah. Oh, that loopy ball. Thank you. You know what? This is why we do these player ratings together. God, that was bad. He did juggle it. I nearly gave him a pass. I was blinded by that shot because it was on target. You're right. That Marilla one was clown-like. But he had a shot on target. Now, for him, that's huge. That deserves a 2 on its own. I'll give him a 3 overall. Oh, no, man. How many more players are left? You guys went 2.6. Okay, let's move on. Ndoye for me is fast becoming the worst signing of the summer. And if you call 111 and they tell you should go to me, then you can make an appointment. Is that for real? I'll try it. I think Ndoye is crap. I'm sorry, guys. I've tried and I've like, poked my toe in the water and stuff. I don't know what he does. I don't think he can take a man on. He cannot cross a ball. Occasionally, he's decent defensively. Maybe we should play him as a right wing back. I don't know. I just don't see the point in him. Yeah, he's lightweight as well, Redpaw. I agree with that. He's lightweight. I thought Hutchinson was better when he came on for about 5 minutes and then he just faded into the sunset. I'm sorry, I think he's crap. My instincts on players are usually right off the bat. I got told this guy was fast. When I'd seen him before, I didn't think he was fast. And I haven't seen this lightning pace that he's meant to have, the Alanga replacement and so on and so forth. I'll give him a 1. I just don't rate him. I wouldn't start him. Maybe he needs to play more on the left than the right. I don't know. I'm trying to find something nice to say, toxic positivity and all that. But I'll give him a 1. What did you lot give him? 2.6. Ndoye lacks pace and too predictable. Agree, he's crap. Hey, KL, hope you're well. On my way back now, abysmal performance again. I hear you, bro. I hear you. And shout out to you for the membership as well. Okay. Let's go on to Hudson Ndoye. I thought this was going to be his game, you know, guys. I thought this was going to be his game. And I don't think he influenced the game at all. I don't think he influenced the game at all. You know what? I can't remember what he got hooked at halftime, didn't he? Did he do anything in the first half that's worthy or noteworthy? I honestly can't think. I cannot think. I can't think. Can someone put something in the chat, please, for me, for a case of why Hutchinson Ndoye should score more than a 2? I mean, you got a 0. Yeah, I got a 0. Look, I'll flash it up there. I got a 0. I just don't know what he did. If we're basing the low score on Ndoye for predictability, that's a minus score. Alright, fine, I'll give him a 1. Yeah, no one's given me a reason not to. He can be a 1. That's the most unmemorable Hudson Ndoye performance I can ever remember. Hudson Ndoye is injured 5 or so minutes from the start. That's probably the only thing I remember. Yeah, he got his ankle tapped, didn't he? 1. Fuck it. Let's move on. You guys went 2 point. How did you not get to 2.6? I gave you like 30 seconds to come up with a reason. Like none of you gave me anything, but okay, whatever. If you compare with Thursday, it was like a different player. Yeah. Ndoye is a joke, and people say losing Elanga would be fine. All looks silly now. This is, you know what? It's an interesting point. Look, I don't fully rate Elanga, okay? But if you are going to play low block counter-attacking football, you cannot play it without a pacey winger. Minimum 1. Minimum 1. And if you're playing it with Ndoye, who must be the slowest, fastest player I have ever seen, because I haven't seen this pace, and then Ndoye, who's not quick anyway, then how are you meant to do counter-attacking football with no pace? Any player should get decent scores. Nico, agreed, bro. Agreed. Sean Dyche didn't clap the fans after only about 8 players did so. Yeah, but he gets the City KO. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he can do whatever he wants. He's a Forest legend. He played all of those 0 games. Okay, let's move on to Jesus. I thought Jesus was borderline crap, is what I would say. The problem I had with Jesus today, because it was a whole team problem, the problem I had with Jesus is he was coming too deep to get the ball to do his layoffs. He was doing the layoffs in our own half. Now, I don't mind him coming in and around the center circle to do the layoffs and crap, right? But he was doing them in our own half. There was times where he was just playing like right center back. I don't think, I would not be surprised if he didn't have a single touch in the opposition box. Someone check that. Did he have a touch in the opposition box? And then he got hooked at halftime as well, didn't he? At the start of the season, I knew we're not top last season, but I was confident we'd have a relegation battle. At least how naive. He clapped to fans, everyone off fast, that's all. He did, like, the picture showed him clapping towards the fans. But anyway, Jesus, I'm going to give him a 2. If I'm honest with you, a 2. We couldn't get the ball to him. 100% have to get some pace in January. We're going down. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we need Adama Traore. maybe Adama Traore is what saves us. Anyway, you guys gave him a 3.15. Do you know how crap we are? Is that you lot aren't swearing and kicking off in the chat, and I'm here quite calmly actually trying to objectively analyze that crap performance. That's like how you know it's gone too far. That's how you know it's gone too far. Where's back? We're back was injured. Okay, so that was the starting lineup. Outside of that, the subs were, I think Ryan Yates came on at halftime, didn't he? Ryan Yates. I'll be honest with you, I didn't notice Yates at all. I didn't notice that spirited, get stuck in performance. I think I saw they're kicking off, but the auto mods ban them. What are you talking about, Ben? What, that moderation thing? Well, you want me to turn it off? I don't even. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do it from my phone. 1 second. 1 second. Ben's crying about some stuff. 1 second. Oh my god. Oh my god. How do you not listen to my voice? I swear to God. Chat filled. Community moderation. All right. I'm not holding them. Does that make you feel better? Anyway. Anyway. Who are we on? Ryan Yates. Didn't notice him. I'll give him a 3. What do you guys give him? A 3.5. Who else came on? Taiwo came on as well at halftime, didn't he? Taiwo. Do we even have a Taiwo? Was Taiwo in the list, guys? Apparently Taiwo doesn't exist. No, there he is. I thought Taiwo was okay for Taiwo. You know what I'm saying? Taiwo for Taiwo was a good Taiwo today. I'll actually give him a 5. I actually give him a 5. Now, if Taiwo was a normal player who could control the ball with his feet and take shots with his actual boots rather than his shins, I'd be like he was crap. But for Taiwo, that was a staggering performance from him. He actually held the ball up better than Jesus and in their half. So I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5. He was probably the second best player on the pitch. You lot kind of agree. You nearly gave him a 4. You nearly gave him a 4. Yeah, he was all right against Chelsea as well. He's just a crap footballer. He's just a crap footballer. That's the problem with Taiwo. Sels kept punting the ball up to Taiwo and he kept losing it. Yeah, but he was losing it in style, KL. He was losing it in style. So that's a 5. Who else came on, chat? I can't even remember, man. Someone else came on in midfield. Who was the other sub? Yates, Taiwo, and Hutchinson. I thought he started well for 5 minutes. And then, thank you, Retro, for a reminder. And then he did nothing after that. So for 5 minutes, he actually looked okay of the second half. And he was probably the reason we looked slightly better at the start of that second half. I'll give him a 4. I thought he was okay. That 5 minutes earns him a 4. And then let's not forget he produced one of the best corners you have ever seen. So 4 for me from Hutchinson. Let's see what you guys did. Okay, that's the closest we've been today. 4.1. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to go do an escape room. Fuck Forest's side. So I'm going to go to A&E. That's what Forest have driven me to, mate. That's what Forest have driven me to. And then Dominguez came on. I literally don't know if he touched the ball. I didn't notice him. He can have like a 3, whatever. You guys gave him a 3.7. And then that leaves Calamuendo. Cali. I don't understand the point in when they sub Calamuendo. They always give him like 5 seconds. I'll just give him a 3 as well. And you guys gave him a 3.6. And that leaves us with Sean Dyche. Now, Sean Dyche did exactly today what I would expect from a Sean Dyche performance. I'm not mad at Sean Dyche, nor am I angry at Sean Dyche, nor am I that bothered about it. That was a Sean Dyche performance. So that's what you expect. It would be like saying to me, go ice skating and put me in a lap time that breaks the world record. I ain't gonna do that. No one's expecting me to do that. I can kind of chug my way around an ice rink, and that's what Sean Dyche did. He just chugged his way around a football pitch today with his settings. So I can't blame him on that performance because that's his kind of performance. So I'll give Sean Dyche like a 4 out of 10. A 4 out of 10. You guys gave him a 3.5. Wow. Wow. Are you lot going to apologize that I've scored him higher than you lot did? Are you? Are you? Okay. So, normally we'd do a man of the match thing, but there's only one man of the match, and that is Nico Williams. It's not even a debate, is it? It's Nico Williams all the way. And that really means we've covered everything, guys. We really have. Forest are in deep trouble. Let's be real here. Deep trouble. We were going to do Grumpy Old Reds tonight, but I do need to go to A&E, so we'll do that tomorrow. Hopefully, I won't be in a cast tomorrow. That would be a bonus. I'm going to send you over to my mate Catch. Just type in there. I don't know, just put FFTV raid. I can't even think of anything funny to say because I think Arsenal won. So go show him some love. I'll be back tomorrow if I get out of A&E in time. Make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Wish me luck at A&E. Come on, you Reds.